Yo guys, Vision SGN here, bringing you Marble Rivals Clone Rumble, the newest game mode added in the latest update, which is super fun to play and great for learning new heroes with very little consequences. Now, in this video, I'll break down the rules of how to play this game mode, and also showing you my first ever gameplay in this game mode as various different types of heroes, as well as sharing my initial thoughts on the game mode. Now, let's get right into it. So Clone Rumble is a limited time game mode in Marvel Rivals right now, which was just introduced as of today on March 7th, Friday, as a part of the Galactus Cosmic Adventure event. Now, this mode restricts hero choices and effectively uses mirror matchups. It's pretty much designed to emphasize all sorts of strategies, test players' teamwork, and as well as experiment in a very unpredictable environment in comparison to either quick play or competitive, which is nice because you just want to change it up sometimes when you're playing this game. Of course, everyone wants to grind competitive and get to the highest ranks, but it's also nice to change it up and remember this game has much more to offer than just playing those same two game modes, so be sure to try this game mode out. So, how does this game mode work? Well, in Clone Rumble, the hero selection phase works completely different to the standard process which we're all used to. At the start of the match, each team of 6 votes for one hero throughout the game that they want to use. Once both teams pick their heroes, all players on each team can choose between either of the two selected heroes with no restrictions on duplicate heroes, which means a whole team of 6 players could use the same hero, or even the whole lobby of 12 could be using the same hero. Now, this game mode is played exclusively on the Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda map, which is the domination map on casual or competitive, and to win, you are required to capture the objective and reach 100% for 2 rounds in a traditional best of 3. But because you only get to choose between 2 heroes, you are almost forced to adapt to new styles and different roles and different heroes that maybe you haven't tried before. I mean, in my first ever gameplay playing this, I was playing as characters like Mantis and Spider-Man. Heroes I want to learn, I just haven't got round to actually spending time to learn them and use them. But this game mode's allowed me to because I don't really have a choice. Which is fun because I want to learn these characters and I want to be in an environment where it's not so serious, there's not really any consequences, and everyone is using the same character, so you can kind of use and get an idea of all of their abilities as such. Now, there are various heroes that are also excluded from this mode, which is definitely worth mentioning, and I think the idea of it is to prevent all gameplay from becoming unmanageable or stagnated, which includes the likes of Doctor Strange, Loki, Cloak and Dagger, Luna Snow, Invisible Woman, and Adam Warlock, pretty much majority of the strategists, and I think these bans are generally just a result of abilities that could overwhelm the game mode and stagnate the way it's played, such as Strange's Portal, which will flood the map, or Loki's clones being absolutely everywhere, which I think is good thinking on behalf of the devs and a testament to what they've provided us so far and continue to provide us, and it also demonstrates that they're actually testing and playing their game, which is really good to hear and see, because had they not done this, maybe we would be in the same situation of exploring these issues, and then we'd be complaining about it for weeks to come if this was another sort of game where you can just see that you don't get the same support from the developers. So tip my hat to them, and I appreciate there are some heroes that players wanted to try, like Loki and using his clones, but for the most part, we want this to be a fun experience, and clearly that wouldn't have been the case, so I'm all for it, and it's definitely worth noting, like I mentioned, that this is a limited time event, and it's only available for the next sort of 3 weekends, so from March 7th to the 10th, March 14th to the 17th, and then March 21st to 24th, with the purpose of this, I believe, to be a limited schedule, to encourage everyone to try new things, and test other heroes, to experience the mode itself, and just go back to having fun. You know, I'm guilty of it, and I'm sure others are too, of just playing the same mode, competitive, and trying to grind for the highest rank. But there are so many other features in this game that make it so much more enjoyable as an overall experience, and I think we forget to do that and try that, so this is really good. And the way that the developers have incentivized that is the event itself and the lore behind it is tied to, like I mentioned, the broader Galactus Cosmic Adventure event, which finishes on April 11th. And in this, everyone can acquire some unique rewards, such as the newly added Black Widow skin, which is Mrs. Barnes, which is a free skin and inspired by the 1872 comic timeline, if I remember that right. But also, you can earn in-game currency, aka units, and as well as all sorts of emotes and nameplates as such. So by completing tasks and playing this mode, progressing through this board-style event, where you can progress on a tracker, and you can earn unique and individual rewards that you wouldn't earn in the game. It's only available in this game mode. I think that's a really good way of making or trying to incentivize and encourage players to try new things and just experience what the game has to offer. But anyways, guys, there you have it. That's the newly added Clone Rumble game mode. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've tried this game mode yourself, or you have any cool scenarios or stories you want to share that so far, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll get back to you. I'm Vision SGN, and I'll see you in the next one.